decided to record it all as a series instead of individual moves. This is going to be our Crossface series from the top position. So go ahead, if Jace is down, if I've already broken him flat, but let's make sure we're back far enough so the camera can see, so just back up about a foot. Okay, lay down this way. So right here, throwing a crossface, you got to decide if you want to throw it with the right hand or the left. Good wrestlers will learn both. I don't know, I like throwing a crossface with my right hand. So I'm straddling this leg, I got my pressure on him. Now I've been taught, a lot of coaches teach to punch this up first, and that's good, you want to extend that. But what if a good wrestler is not just going to let you pop that? You might need to get your hands underneath, go elbow to elbow, and walk it up. Once I'm here, I'm cross-facing. Do not wind up and hit him, but go over here, go across the face, and you want to go pinky just above the elbow. And then once I'm here, you know, some coaches will teach you to pull this back, but you know, the bigger you are, like the big guys, it's hard to just grab an arm and pull them up. What I found, once they get bigger, the easier thing to do is walk it up, make sure this arm's close to the head, come across, hit your crossface, pinky above the elbow, and then as I get out to the side, I'm almost, imagine punching with my shoulder and straightening my arm. And see how my hips are turned this way? I'm going to turn them the other way as I punch. So I'm here, and as I do that, there, and I put him back up on his side. And from here I want to drop down to my chin, right there. Once he's in this position, that sets up the entire series. So, again, just a quick review. He's flat, I've got to get his arm close so I can either bump it up or walk it up. Catch it, get up to the side, punch with the shoulder, and straighten the arm. Here. And I'm actually driving up so he's on the side, but then I have to drop back here. Now the first move in this series is called a barbed wire. And I do not take this hand off the crossface. And this other hand will drop underneath. So now see his arms are going to be twisted. So I keep this hand on the crossface. This other hand, I tuck the thumb, it reaches underneath, and I just cover my hand. Right there. And I keep that tight. As I drive forward and I walk my feet in a circle, my head has to switch to the top. If I keep my head down, I'll fall over. As I circle, the head has to come here. Some people keep a hold of this. Really, I can stay with one hand posted or reach underneath here or whatever it is you need to do. Okay, let's have Jace hit the barbed wire on me from 3 different directions. Good. Okay, that's actually pretty tight. Some people think that it's more of an elementary, junior high move, but you can turn really good people if you get them on their side first. Now, next up, but can you make sure it's still recording with the red lights flashing? Okay, so if I'm here, this next move, yes? Okay, this next move, back up. I call it butter, B-U-T-T-R, like butter and bread, but pronounced butter. There's a story behind that, but we're not going to go over that at this time. But if you're working a barbed wire, I get this up here, get the crossface, got him too hard. I get him here, and I drop down. As I start going, sometimes people will post hard off of this hand, and they're posting their leg out, but not quite cradle, and I can't quite get it. He's just being really stubborn. As I walk around, instead of keeping this hand here, this bottom hand will come up, and as I walk my feet around, it is going to thread underneath this one, underhook. And then I come around here, and it's like a cow catcher or a pancake, and you look for the fall here. So this is what it looks like. Here, let's do it from 3 angles. Believe it or not, that is actually available a lot, and it's very effective. In fact, where I coach at Snow Canyon High School in southern Utah, our all-time pin leader for a single season primarily used that move his senior year. He was either that or, well, he used to hit a lot of crossface cradles, and then that was open, so he just get the fall. That was Tavish Nelson. He was a state placer that year. Okay, so barbed wire, but the next on the list is a crossface Turk. So let me just point out, just go ahead and get back down here. So now, as I'm going to walk around, if I notice that this leg is curled up, and he's like kind of sliding, like he's almost doing like a Superman position, so as I try to walk around, I can't hit butta, I can't hit barbed wire, but his leg's here. I'm going to take my hand, no thumb, and I'm going to hit above the knee. Do not grab the calf, do not grab the ankle, you grab above the knee, and then as I lift that, I actually walk towards the head, almost moonwalking in this direction, and then that pulls that leg up, and I step over that, and lift high, and I can either stay here, right here, but what I want to do to finish this is hook tight, and you can get a pin from here. Right, so Preston, come help out with this one. Jace, belly down, this way first. Okay, hit a crossface Turk. And then turn your hips over, elevate that back leg high. Now hook the head. You can keep the crossface, but this is tighter if you hook the head. Right there. Good. Go a different angle. Jace, face the camera. Go again. Crossface Turk. You keep your chest high as you go over, and then you hook the head. Okay, last angle. Jace facing that way. Make sure if you're throwing the right hand crossface, you straddle this leg first. Get your weight on, forward pressure, grinding pressure. There you go, pop it up. Put your crossface. Put your Turk. Good. And sink it deep. Good job. Okay, good job. That is a crossface Turk. Now, really fast, as far as finishing that move, let's see if I can get the right angle if I have a crossface Turk. Right here, if I cannot quite get the pin here, one thing I can do is slide up, get a shallow underhook. This is called a Jacob's hook. Put my fist or hand clear up in the armpit, keeping this tight. Here, you gotta cooperate a little bit. Here, and then put my elbow over his head, and that really isolates that shoulder. That's very tight on the shoulder and the arm. That's a Jacob's hook finish. Next one, let's go turn. Get your head right here and your feet over there. Okay, this next one here, if you cannot, you're going for a Turk and you cannot quite lift that leg. He's not really cooperating. I can't lift it high enough to get that. All I need is that foot right there. That's all I need right there. Get my foot underneath it. Instead of normal on the Turk, I want to get here. This one is going to be a leg right Turk. So I get to here. I'm looking for this. I can't get it. He's real stiff there. Can't get it. I slide that. Right there. Leg right Turk. You want to demo that? Yeah. Okay, awesome. And that is from the Crossface series, a leg right Turk. And last of all, we're going to do a Crossface Cradle. So, Preston, let's have you get down. You go over here. Okay, Jay's covered. And now, this whole series, it starts out the same. Get the arm close to the head. Crossface. And then you reverse, pop your hips and straighten, get them up on the side, drop back. And then in this process, some guys are really stubborn. And they'll take this other leg and they'll post it clear out here. They'll turn your hips the other way. Relax on that because you're pretty big. Turn your shoulders down a little bit. And he'll turn the legs the other way. Show him cradle. Yeah, once he does that, this hand needs to post flat, but reach as close to his ankle as possible. And a lot of people make the mistake of posting up on his hamstring or up by his butt. He's too strong there. Use your leverage. Post as close to the ankle as you can. Get heavy on his chest. As you run your feet in a full, almost a 180-degree circle. Okay, come around. Run, 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 run. Until it looks like he's about locked, and then keep going further. Now you can't really see it, so we'll rotate around so the camera can see. One thing, to relax 1 second. This hand never comes off the crossface. Do not let go of that crossface. Here's the key. The lock when you do this is you get this knee as close to his face as possible. That hand never comes off the arm. And your hand that was posting by the leg grabs your own wrist and you'll use your thumb. So he'll lock here. Now once he's here, there's a couple ways to finish this. Be careful with your little brother, but you can either go hip to hip, run your feet out so you're here, go hip to hip, and then drive back and you fall down that way, or come back. That's how I used to do it. I actually like this way better now. You take this back knee and put it in his back, right above like the kidney area. Don't knee him in the back, we're not doing that. You post it there, and it's going to be almost like a ramp. And you step up with this leg, and you lift, and you drag him up the ramp, slide him over the knee, and rock back down. Now the finish on this is important. You've got to keep this far leg posted. You've got to have that in the mat. And work to put this knee in that little gap in between the thigh and the body. Try to squeeze that knee in between that space. And you keep your hands locked and elbows tight this way. Not so much pulling here as pulling tight. Pull your elbows together and keep your forehead right in the temple area. and you squeeze. Sometimes, if the guy's really flexible, it's kind of funny and it might seem counterintuitive, but by straightening your arms and leaning back, you can tighten it up even more. So show what happens if you straighten. Yeah, so that tightens. You just got to watch the shoulders and work to get the fall. Alright, so that's crossface cradle. So let's, Preston, let me have you do that on Jason a few times. Jason did an excellent job demoing that. So Jace facing this way, head over here, crossface cradle. Post his leg out, post, keep it there, run around, tight, and go. Either hip to hip or roll them over your knee, whatever you like. Now knee in the gap, keep this posted tight, and try to lift the hips with this knee. And that's good. Break. Okay, Jace facing the camera. Go ahead, go again. If you're going to roll over your knee, put your right knee right here. Now roll them over your knee that way. Bottom knee in the gap. Post that foot there. Bottom knee in the gap. There you go. Okay, one more direction. Jace facing that way. Okay, hit it fast like you know, like you're doing in a match. Ready? Go. Okay, all right, a couple things and then we're done with the crossface series. Here, go ahead and face up for me right here. Sometimes you can hit a crossface cradle when they're based up. So one thing, you can do that from an ankle ride. I believe people call it an Iowa ride. I'm here, and I've got pressure, and I just take this and I'm just covering here, lean up so the camera can see. My hand is just on his chest right here. And I'm just putting pressure and I'm lifting, right? As I'm pushing, a lot of times they'll put their foot out there, and if he does that, I mean, I could start with the cradle, but crossface, but sometimes that doesn't work. If he posts, I'm going to jump clear, so I don't drape over the top. I go here. Now, ideally, I really want this, because there's some counters he can do defensively to get me in trouble if I don't get this arm. I get to the side, lock it up, and if I need to, what I want to do is bump him over here. And I could just take him, but if I need to scoop this up, then do that. But he's in a good position. I'll just run him over and finish my cradle right there. Let's just have you do that a couple times real quick. Facing this way. And you don't have to do the ankle ride. He could just be at a crossface off the whistle. Start on this side. Just hit a crossface. And then push. And then go here. Okay. Careful. One thing Jace did, when we're drilled, you got to be careful when you're drilling. Sometimes injuries happen. He felt like he about hyperextended my arm because what he did, he crossfaced and he pulled. On this one, you don't have to do that because I left my hand in there and felt like it almost hyperextended my elbow. Just get the crossface and then drive. Okay, come here. Show it from this angle. Get it on this side again. Crossface and then drive. And so I have to counter pressure. See that? That'll kind of push into him. And then he dropped all your weight. No. You got to jump with your body. Put it over there. Yeah, see that? Now finish. Good. All right, and we'll get to counters on the Crossface series on another video. But this is a Crossface series. Our team, we drill this. We're kind of known for this. This is kind of one of our go-to moves, go-to series. We're very good at that, as well as a lot of other things on top. But Crossface series, get to know those moves. You have barbed wire, butta, Crossface Turk, the leg ride Turk from the Crossface series, and then the Crossface Cradle. It's great stuff. So anyway, that's Crossface series, and we'll see you on our next video.